Weatherman. I'm here as a geographer, as a coastal geomorphologist. I sit on the Victorian Coastal Council, approved by Minister Jennings, so I'm here at some risk as well, as Drew is. I chair a UNESCO biosphere which covers the region, which is Mornington Peninsula and Western Port. But I'm fundamentally a scientist that understands that we really haven't asked all the questions. And I'm really here to reinforce Drew, to implore you to really begin to understand some of the broader issues. One of the things that I'm really concerned about, and I do think in systems as a geographer, and the fundamental concern here that I think we need to ask ourselves when we're talking not just about a desal plant but about our water resource and where do we get it, is the other issues, the attendant issues around the decision to go with desalination as a panacea for our woes in terms of access to water. One thing I have learned as an environmental consultant of some 20 years now is that there are no silver bullet solutions to complex problems in the environment. There are no single solutions. Complex problems require sophisticated responses, not silver bullet solutions. We really do need a systems approach to the whole thing. The first question that I asked, and I've done work on this in the early days of the Bracks government, when will we as a species understand that we will not be able to continue to put our own human waste in the oceans forever? Currently we put some hundreds of megalitres a day of sewage treatment plant water from Werribee and from Carrum treatment plant on eastern Port Phillip into Bass Strait, and we continue to pollute the oceans with our human waste. And as our population grows, that pollution will continue. We are told that water is treated, but it's really not to a very high level. Ask any surfer that surfs at Gunnamatta, or the people who like to catch lots of snapper off Werribee because of the nutrient that's in the water there, and the nutrient balance at Port Phillip Bay and a whole range of issues like that. The reason that we can't use that water is that it's too polluted with veterinary drugs and growth hormones and all the other things that we put in that water that goes through that system and goes out the other end. So it's a double level of pollution, and we refuse to understand and accept that, and we're told that water is clean, and it's not. And if you go to the United States Geological Survey, it's the first organisation in the world that did the research on that. As recent ago as about 2001, we have the technology, though. In fact, it's very similar technology to the technology that's going into the desal plant to clean up that water and bring it down, in fact, even for potable use, to the same levels of risk as we would employ taking water out of our water storages for drinking out of our taps. So there's a whole range of other things to think about here. The other fundamental point about desalination plant, and I did some rough calculations last week while I was sitting watching the tennis and watching the Black Balloons campaign on the television and being told that I consumed 24,000 black balloons or whatever. Did some rough calculations. Simply the construction phase of the desalination plant would produce 22 billion black balloons. Then annual operation is in order of 30 billion black balloons.